Hi, if you like the video, please remember to subscribe.
Hi, I'm Rob from robandphoto.com, and I thought what we'd have a quick look at is the new and updated Vignette photography app on my Samsung Galaxy Nexus ice cream sandwich Android phone. Now, Vignette is this is the paid version of Vignette, and if you ask me, if you're into photography and you want to make interesting edits on your pictures, turn them to black and white, cross-processing, all that sort of stuff, and you want to do these at full resolution, for me, Vignette is the app to go for. And you can use it in two main ways. The first way would be to use the Vignette Camera app, and it works quite well. You can move around, and you can let's get rid of that one because I was just mucking around really. Let's see if we can take a picture of this nice Olympus trip camera. So what we can do is we can move our focusing thing around and take pictures, and generally end up with nice results. However, that's not really how I use Vignette. The way I'd recommend you use it is use your ordinary camera app that came with your camera to take the photographs, because that tends to be the best way of doing it. In fact, I tell you what, let's just do a proper picture. Let's do it that way. Here we go. Olympus Trip 35. Lovely. So take your picture, and you might take a load of pictures, and then when you want to edit one, go into your gallery app on your phone, and then what you do with Android is you go to the share button, and then you tap on Vignette. This will then fire up the Vignette app, and it will also then show you a preview of what it can do. Now, what's changed in this new one is if you go to Effect, what you have down at the bottom are all these presets where you can really see what you're doing, and they're all the common ones that you see on Hipstamatic and Instagram. These things. So we've got things like Holger style, where it'll apply a toy camera black and white filter and use a square frame. Diana style, similar sort of thing. Polaroid style, and you can tap on one of these and dunk, there's your preview. Let's keep going back and have a look at some other stuff. Where we go. Red scale, so as if you'd done it with red scale film, and you can see the border, it's added a 35mm one. Sepia, oversaturated. Let's have a look at Holger style. That's normally quite good, isn't it? So as you can see, you probably can't see, we've got a square frame. And what this has done is it's made Vignette a lot easier if you don't like digging around in all the settings, which is easy anyway, but this is really, really cool. You can just say, no, I want a Diana style photo, dunk, there you go. However, Vignette is really powerful, because if we go to one of the first things we can do is we can say we go to Effect and we say no effect. Okay, but then what we can do instead is we can go to Adjust, and then within the Adjust panel we can then adjust brightness up and down. We can adjust contrast up and down. How easy is that? Saturation, colour, temperature, and we can rotate the picture. However, the only problem with Vignette is they've still just got a rotate which is in 90 degrees. You can't do a fine adjust of a few degrees. So anyway, so that's one way of doing it. But then where the real power is if you go into Effect, but go to the top and go to New Effect, we've then got Filter and we've got Frame. So if we tap on Filter, we've then got loads and loads of different things we can go with. At the top we've got Normal, Vignette, Portrait, Velvet, and Ilford. So we've got some coloured ones. Ilford turns it into a nice black and white. I like that. But what we can also do, if we go further down, you can probably see this, we've also got Toy Camera. Then within Toy Camera, we've got loads of different things we can do. We've got Toy Camera Black and White, Leaky, Cross-Process Red Scale. We've got Vintage Look, SX70, Sepia. We've got Colour Highlight, so you can have a, I don't know, highlight magenta, see what that looks like. Yeah, see, it doesn't really show you much because there's not much really not magenta in that particular image. Let's go back here. Let's go, look, we've got lens effects, so we've got dreamy, so we could attach a soft focus filter to it. See what that looks like. Nice, a little bit kind of soft. So there's loads of different looks we can go for. We can put a graduated filter on it, cross-process, cinematic, action colour, sort of miscellaneous. So we've got bleach bypass, we've got fake HDR. That's probably quite popular, isn't it? So we can do all these funky things. So there's loads of different things we can do. But let's go back to something like, let's just put a plain black and white. So we choose Ilford. So we've added the Ilford filter, and we can have a look, see what that looks like. So it's just a nice black and white. Let's go back in. So we can now customize this as well. So we can add extra vignette, but I'll tell you what, let's add some film grain. It's already monochrome, so we don't want that. Let's add some light leaks. What else could we do? And I'll tell you what, let's overexpose it. Okay, so I've customised this Ilford thing. Now I can save this as well, so let's have a look, see what that looks like. Nice, overexposed, grainy picture. But what we can also do now is, we can also add a frame. So there's all sorts of different, so we've got full screen, panorama, quarter, square, instant, grungy. These are the ones I like. Here we go. A filed carrier. Let's see what that looks like. Wow, that looks alright, doesn't it? Looks like some sort of transfer. And what we can do is, if we particularly like this preset, this grouping of effects that we've come up with, we can save them under a particular name. So I could save, enter a name, I don't know, Rob's Black and White. Okay, so I've saved that now as effect I could do. However, I really like that. So what I'm going to do now is I can save and close, and what we'll do, it can save it as a full resolution, high quality image, which not even, as far as I'm aware, and you can't change, not even the built-in software on the Galaxy Nexus will do. Almost every single photo app I've ever come across, as soon as you edit something, it downsizes it, it downscales it, you lose resolution, you lose size. But with Vignette it doesn't. You can work at full resolution. That does mean it'll use probably a little bit more battery power, and it takes it 20-30 seconds to do it, but you do end up with full size images. And I think the look of lots of the effects on Vignette are very, very good indeed. So there we go. That's the paid version of the Vignette app, which has just been updated as of April 2012. Really, really good. It's not expensive. If you're into your photography and you're into effects and you want to work at full resolution, pop over to the Google Play Store, which was the Android store. Pay for it, download it, and you will not be sorry. They do update it very, very often. My name's Rob from roblandphoto.com. Thanks for watching.